You are now in to Mind, Body, and Soul with ANet, where your hosts, ANet Harris, analyze intriguing life and concerns, such as: do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? You may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need ANet? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
And welcome to another wonderful session of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. And I am your host, Annette Harris. I want to thank you in advance so much for joining us, for watching and or listening. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day that you've blessed us to see. We thank you for the bright sunshine. We thank you for who you are and how you are. We pray that you would get the glory out of today's session. In the name of Jesus, we pray. And our opening scripture is the first part of Hosea 4 and 6. And it states, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And again, we're grateful to be here. I'm excited. It's smelling good in this studio. You all just don't know. I am going to rub it in as much as I can on today. I am joined by a wonderful guest on this afternoon. And I want to say it a different way. Ishonia.
Perfect.
Ishonia Scott is here in the studio with us on this afternoon. And you're like, well, who is that? You said Essie Marie's was coming on. Well, she is one and the same, if you will. She is the CEO, the founder, owner of Essie Marie's Dressings and Marinades. Is that okay?
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to turn it the
Yeah.
other way. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it's all still good. How are you doing on this
I'm doing
afternoon?
great. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
Well,
Thank you
thank you
so
so much for
much.
joining us. Now, I'm going to tell you, like I tell the rest of my guests, make the mic your friend,
Oh,
kind
okay.
of pull it down and come in close so we can be able to hear
Okay.
everything that you have to tell us on
All
today.
righty.
And I'm just frantic that you're here today. I have people laughing a lot of times. I tell them, I said, I am a serious foodie. I love to eat. I do. I really
Oh, I
do.
know.
And
Yeah.
when you get to talking about heart
Good for your
healthy stuff,
soul.
right,
Yeah,
it
I
is,
know.
right? Then you really got my attention,
That's so true.
at that point. I said the older I get, I got to watch what I eat and how I
Yeah.
eat. So,
Yep. Unfortunately, that's the way life is.
isn't
Yep.
it? Isn't it? But
Yep.
you're looking well.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you
so
so much.
welcome.
Thank you. And so are you
Oh,
in that.
thank you. Thank
Yep.
you. I appreciate you consenting to be here with us on this afternoon. You
Absolutely.
guys, when you come into the live feed, know that I would appreciate it if you would like and share. I always tell you it costs you nothing to go ahead and hit that share button, like, throw up some hearts, some thumbs up,
Yeah.
so that others will know that we are on today. And I also want to let you know we're on our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and type in MBSWANET, which is the acronym for the show. MBSWANET, Get Caught in the Net. You will also see us live there on YouTube at the same time, okay? And then, of course, we're here at this wonderful radio station, Intellectual Radio. So if you type in intellectualradio.com, you should be able to hear us as well. So I'm excited. I want to get going in here on today and just see how we can get things incorporated. Talk about this wonderful woman of God and this awesome product that she has. And as I'm doing that, I'm pulling up her bio that she actually emailed to me, and I want to read because there's some things in here that I was noticing. I'm like, oh my God, this woman has done so much already, and but it's a great blessing, and I
Yeah,
I applaud you. And
absolutely.
we're going to get into talking about you and your life's journey.
Sure.
But let's see if I can read this bio first.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it says here Essie Marie's is inspired by my mom's recipes with a
Mhm,
heart healthy twist.
mhm.
I was urged by friends and family to put the dressing on store shelves. Thank you, friends. She is the heart, the soul, and my personal drive for this business. She and my dad raised me in a modest home on the south side of Chicago. Being one of 14, mom constantly prepared home cooked meals for us on a daily basis. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of children.
It is.
And to cook every day. My
Right.
gosh.
Well, we were born like in sets. Like I'm number 13 or 14. I have sisters and brothers that are old enough to be my parents.
Is
So
that
yeah.
right? Okay, so you got an A and B team there or something,
Yeah.
huh? Okay.
And C too.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, it also says here, mom's passion for preparing delicious meals inspired me to create a heart healthy product in her memory after she succumbed to undiagnosed heart disease. I would watch everything she did. She never used a measuring cup or even counted teaspoons. Now that's a sign of a real cook. She just knew, and the food was always delicious. Every bite was infused with her love. I was determined to learn how to cook the same way, and I would. But mom's influence did not end there. Mom saw an entrepreneur spirit in me, and she encouraged me. She was my biggest promoter as I resold candy to the neighborhood kids. And when I organized those same kids into a landscaping crew. All right now. We would rake leaves and shovel snow for candy, money, and other treats. Okay. My mom passed away after I got my first job, and moments before they rushed her to the hospital, she told me to make something of myself. Make something of yourself. Those words would drive me for the rest of my life. Even while working and going to school, I did something on the side, selling food baskets or custom sweaters. I had to have my own thing. Soon after graduating with my OT degree, occupational therapy,
Hmm.
all right, I opened my own therapy company where I provide services to the special needs population, which is another passion of mine. And now I have an opportunity to honor the woman that put this drive in me. And Essie Marie's, we are found in select Whole Foods and Mariano's stores. So welcome again to Mind, Body, and Soul. She's come here to get caught in the net.
Yay, caught. She
Ashonia
got me caught.
Scott. I know, right?
I love it.
I am so
I
I'm
love
just
it.
I'm frantic. And now your story, this is just a tidbit, I'm sure,
Yeah.
of what you have to tell us about yourself. But this was very inspiring and very encouraging,
Hmm.
just to hear that. A lot of times, I'll say that sometimes when we experience the death of a loved one, sometimes it depends upon how we take it. We don't necessarily. Some people do something,
Yeah.
like in memory of them or to carry on,
Sure.
their legacy or whatever. And this is what you
Hmm.
have done.
Yeah.
And how has that helped you to even maybe even get through in life? Is that something that you?
Well, to me, this whole experience, you just never know where God is going to take you to. I never dreamed I'll be doing salad dressings and marinades in memory of my mom. Like when I lost her, she and I were like best friends. Like she was so
Oh,
much fun. I didn't even want to go out with my friends, that type of fun, seriously. And as a teenager, that's pretty big.
it
You'd
is.
rather stay home with mom and have fun versus go out with your friends sometime. So when that happened, it changed my life. It was a really bad traumatic experience, but it changed my life for the better.
Mm,
I got serious with life. It wasn't a joke anymore. Nothing was taken for granted anymore. So that's what like she said, make something of yourself.
right.
Stayed in school, went through high school in 3 years, finished college right away. And then just, started my own practice and started helping people. I always had a mission to help people. That's why I was in healthcare from the beginning. So when I would bring these dressings to work, people would be like, don't let her leave without giving us the recipe. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. So, I said, well, you know what? They're my mom, so I'll just make it a heart healthy twist since that's something that took her away from me. So that'll be something I can give back to others to help them live a healthier cardiovascular life.
I love
So
it. I love the concept. I really do.
thank you.
And it's beautiful. It's a great way to commemorate your mom, and then like I said, to
Yeah,
carry on her legacy. Talk about that
sure.
cooking. Talking
I
about that cooking.
know.
I tell you what, is it possible? I'm gonna see if my producer can actually take me to a very quick break.
Sure.
I'm going to transition to have my guest co-host to come in here
Okay.
on today. So we'll do
Sure.
that. Take a quick break, and we'll come
Absolutely.
back and talk to this beautiful woman. Isn't she beautiful? She's so
Oh,
pretty.
thank you.
All right, you listen to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette right here on Intellectual Radio.
other God beside thee, and we stand here and reverence your name. For you are worthy to be lifted up. Please receive our sincere worship. For you are the mighty God we serve. All the earth proclaim. The mighty God we serve. We serve a mighty God, mighty God. Let the angels bow down. Let heaven and earth adore him, yeah. God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. The creator of all things. There is no other God beside thee, and we stand here in reverence your name. For you are worthy to be lifted up. Please receive our sincere worship. For you are the mighty God we serve. All the earth proclaim. For the mighty God we serve.
All right. Hey. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Thank you so much for that. Wanda B is producing my show today, y'all. I'm excited. Hey, woman power here today.
We love it. We love it.
All right. Mind, body, and soul with Annette. We are here on this afternoon. I'm your host, Annette Harris, in case you haven't noticed, in case you've forgotten. I'm here, and we're normally here every Wednesday, 12 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, well, my sister has joined me. She's here on this afternoon. Gwendolyn Gaston Gray, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, sister?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
I gave your whole government name, didn't I?
You sure did. Except for the middle name, right?
Right. Well, she's gonna join me on today so that she can co-host with me.
It's
We're
awesome.
We're gonna talk to this beautiful woman of God, and we're gonna piggyback off of each other. We're gonna learn some things from Miss Scott on today. And I heard you guys talking on the break before we came back in, and mentioning now my sisters and I rather, we lost our mom in '99. And I was just telling her before the break, I love how she has taken the loss and done something with it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes some people, they just and that's where they are. They just stay there. But then others say, okay, I'm gonna continue on their legacy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So I applaud you for that, and I appreciate how you did that. Whether it was to help you get through that time frame or what. I appreciate it. I really do.
So much.
So I want to talk to you, or maybe have you talk to my listeners a little bit more about Miss Scott. Okay. Talk to us about you, maybe how you came along, a little bit of personal information. I know I read her bio, I did, but I want her to talk to you from her own mouth.
Well, I am a God-fearing woman first and foremost. God is ahead of my life. I feel that I can't be where I am today without him. And that's just the way it is, especially after losing my mom at 15. I didn't know which way to go, but I knew I had to make something of myself. So everybody always say, go to school, stay in school. So that's what I did. And after that, I've always had a passion to help people. So like I told you, I was into healthcare. So first I wanted to be a nurse, and I said, no, I don't really like nursing, so I became a therapist. And, having a sister with special needs, that was a special piece of my heart as well. And I just been I feel like my whole life has just pretty much been God driven to work with the special needs, to be granted to take care of individuals throughout Chicagoland with that disorder, so that's just been my life, helping others and being able to continue to do that through this product. Even though my mom died of heart disease, I want others to be able to use this product as a tool to help them to pretty much eliminate that. Heart disease affects 1.5 million individual minorities every year.
Wow.
Every year, minorities, 1.5 million.
Too many.
Yes, 48% women, 45% men. Every year. This is crazy, and heart disease and stroke is the number one, not cancer, not HIV, heart disease is the number one killer in the minority community. And so we don't really focus on that. We're always about good food.
Mhm.
My mom was about good food, She's from the South, her and my dad, I mean, she cooked without measuring tools. So the food was always good. You couldn't come in her house and not eat. She would feed everyone, I just met with one of my older brother's friends not long ago. He was like, I was just always hoping your brother would invite me over to eat,
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, creating this product is not something that was planned or anything. It's just something that happened. So that's why I do feel like God is with me. My mom is with me, her spirit. So this product is designed as a tool to help others,
I love it. I love
Yes, me
It
too.
really is.
it. You like you were going to say something.
Well, we were talking actually just before we came back on the air, before I joined you all, and I was sharing with Shoni how
Mhm.
when I read her bio, it was maybe 3-4 paragraphs, very short, like a bio should be, but I was moved by it. I was moved not only by the fact that your mom inspired you,
Yeah.
to do this, but also the fact that you were commanded
Yeah.
by your mom
Yeah.
to do something with your life.
That is so true.
That touched me
Yeah.
in many ways. Now, Annette just mentioned, we lost our mom 20 years ago, and
So
we
sorry.
were adults with our own
Yeah.
families already,
Mhm.
but and she had been ill,
Mhm.
a little bit under 2 years that we knew about. Nothing prepares you though.
No.
Nothing
No.
prepares you for that because you only get one mom.
Oh my
But
goodness.
even in the midst of her sickness, she actually went back and forth between my house and
Yes.
Annette's house.
Okay.
We took care of her.
Sure.
But then she also, would have these talks with us.
Mhm.
And I was
Oh.
actually 34 at the
Oh.
time. And, she would tell me, well, I know you really wanted to be a doctor because that's what I went to school for. I really wanted to be a doctor.
Yes.
She
Oh,
said, well,
wow.
just always remember. She said,
Yes.
that's just a dream deferred. She didn't use the term
Absolutely.
deferred,
Yes.
but that's in essence what she meant.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how old you are. She said,
Yes.
you can always do that if that's what
Yep.
you really want to do.
Absolutely.
So I remembered that actually when I was reading your
Yeah.
bio,
Aw.
and and it sounded like your mom knew.
Yeah.
It sounded like she knew that she had to leave you all,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think that's why she took the time to inspire. And I would
Yeah.
venture to guess, out of all of the children
Yes.
that your mom had, you're in the middle.
Yep. I'm
You're-
number 13 or 14.
You're in the
so.
13 or 14. Okay,
Yeah.
and which is wonderful because a lot of times as middle children,
Yeah.
we feel the need to make our way.
Oh, that is so
We feel
true.
the need to be heard
Oh, yeah.
because sometimes we get caught in the middle.
That
No
is
pun intended.
so true. My husband always say, "Oh, you're so loud," because I'm like, I have to make sure they heard me.
You had,
Right.
Yes, it had to be heard. I'm feeling you, Shoni.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
right
I
there
love
with
it. I
you.
love it.
I'm a middle child.
Yeah.
So I feel your pain.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what kind of pain. I'm the baby, so
You had no pain.
I think I'm
Right,
outnumbered because my producer says she's the middle
Right,
child
right,
too.
Exactly. So there's always that,
Yes.
I've got to prove myself.
Absolutely.
Or I need to be heard. I just want to be seen sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally different from the oldest, totally different from the baby.
Uh-huh.
So I truly, truly understand that
Yeah.
aspect. But I admire what you're doing
Thank you.
so much, how you've taken
Thank you so
that
much.
and you're running with it. And it's in her
Thank
honor.
you
And it's
so
in her honor in a
much.
good way,
Yeah.
in a wonderful way. So I hope you could
Thank
cook like
you.
your mom.
I do, but I don't do it as much.
Okay.
My husband decided to go vegan, so I don't have to cook for him. So the kids are more like, I'm like, look, these kids gotta eat some chicken now. I'm like, I gotta cook something.
Exactly. Understood.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Now, are you vegan?
No, I eat chicken and eat pork and beef.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm kind of like that. I do beef a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know how that is because I used to. I was just thinking about this. I used to just love to just cook.
Yeah.
And I think I was just telling you about that the other day, sister, about how because my husband he changed over.
He did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's either vegetarian or vegan, depending upon what day it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still not
Exactly.
no meat. So
Exactly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I don't know what to cook
Right.
now,
It's just like I can't make no steak and gravy and rice. It's just like what?
It's so different now.
It is.
Those Sunday dinners is not just the same anymore.
No.
But that's okay. I mean, I appreciate how he's taking taking the onus,
Yeah.
on himself and changing his eating habits. And
It's a good thing.
I want to be
It
around here a
is.
long
It's
time.
hard.
So
It's
whatever you
very
need to do.
hard, but
Right.
if you can do it,
That's right.
I agree.
yeah.
That's
I
right.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So, were you one of those young people that did the lemonade stands or something? I think it was the candy.
I did the
as a
candy.
The candy. Okay.
She saw that spirit in
And
you.
most people that grew up in my neighborhood, they know, because the block where I grew up at on the south side of Chicago, it was, back in the day, there were big families,
Mhm.
and so most of the families knew each other and stuff like that. All the kids played together, so
Mhm.
and they knew I would buy candy and resell it. It was fun, I loved to do that, like
At a higher
store it away
price, I
at night,
hope.
like I got my own store and stuff,
Right.
and then like my sisters would be like, go ahead and rake the neighbors' leaves, or we would make $5 for doing dishes.
Awesome.
It was always some type of thing we were doing to make money,
Awesome.
and I didn't know there was entrepreneurship, but like I say, if you see those skills in kids, enhance them and,
Cultivate it.
and actually, just pretty much push them toward that. Don't pull them away from it, because
Exactly.
it's something inside of them that's
Mhm.
really driving them to be that
Absolutely.
way. Yep. So
So, what'd your dad do for a living?
my dad was a printer. He
Okay.
worked at Rick and Stan Printing Company
Okay.
for many years. He retired from there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
How about your grandparents on either side?
I don't know him.
Okay.
I don't know my grandparents.
Gotcha.
I would almost guarantee you they're probably
Yeah.
entrepreneurs.
I can
though.
guarantee you.
Possibly.
It's in the line. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Without question.
And
Definitely.
and this is another thing, and this is all talking about today's show. But it's another thing. Sometimes you have to understand and know that you have that within you,
Yeah.
and even within your family.
So true.
Talking about that entrepreneur spirit,
Yes.
and not to shy away from it.
Yeah.
Now it may
Yeah.
feel a little bit rough. You may be like, oh, I'm out. Okay, small business,
Right.
all the things to get it up and started. But
Exactly.
and then you have to go where your passion is too.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's very important,
That is
very
so
key.
true.
But we were just talking about this in our family. We have that in our family.
Wow.
That entrepreneur spirit. So we're
Yeah,
like,
I
we
see
need to
you two are here
capitalize on
together.
this.
It's amazing.
Oh,
As
thank you.
sisters, I mean, wow. It's great.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, and I'm glad that, like my sister said, your mom saw that in you. She saw that within you. So that's a good thing. Let me hop over here to Facebook Live, because I know you guys probably like, why she's not calling out my name. I love to recognize you. I love to appreciate you for supporting me every week. I do see you on. Brandy is watching. Demetria
Brandy.
says, Demetria Triplet says, greetings, ladies. I'm excited about today. Hashtag foodie. Yes, she is. Aura, am I pronouncing that right? ARA, love, says, hey, ladies, thanks for watching. Demetria also says she tried to find the product at the Whole Foods. She lives in Indianapolis. I'm sorry.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
She said, but she didn't find it. Is it available to purchase online?
Yeah, the SCMaries.com. Yes. You can purchase there.
Yay.
We used to be in Indiana, Maryville store, but they took us out for whatever reason. There wasn't enough traction at the time.
All right.
It was over a year or so ago. But if you want it, we're certified to go into any Whole Foods. You can always request it and they'll bring it back.
See that? Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Keep in mind. My producer was even ranting and raving over at this before we got started today. She's like, did she bring my favorite? I'm like, okay, I didn't even know you ate that. But that's a good thing. And even as I was putting up posts, different ones was like, oh my God, I love it. I love it.
You.
Okay, I see Lante Atkins is on. Thanks for watching, my friend. And the owner of Intellectual Radio is somewhere watching, Earl Winfrey, the other Winfrey. We appreciate you. Beatrice is on. And Brandy says, I went to high school with Ishonia.
Yeah, she
Oh,
sure
wow.
did.
I didn't know that.
Small world.
Yep.
She was a kind and loving soul as a young woman, and she is a dynamic, successful, and inspiring woman now.
Thank
I'm
you,
so proud
Brandy.
to
Thank
watch
you
her
so much.
success, and am
So are
even
you.
honored, right, to watch how transparent she is with overcoming points of adversity with her brand. Because as you know, no matter how great your product is, not everybody wants us. And that's in quotes.
That's
Represented
true.
in their stores.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a good segue right there. That's a good segue. So we're going to talk about this. Now, I first want to know, now, how long has your product been available? How long has it been out?
Sure.
When did we get started with?
Well, it's been out for about maybe 3.5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, we started out, I created the brand with my husband, and just like, okay, well, let's just start off like baseline. And I went to some neighborhood stores to see if they would put us in. And Pete's Fresh Market, not Fresh Market, but produce store.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because there's two different dynamics to Pete's. You guys know that, right?
Oh, no, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there's
I know
a fresh
today.
market, then there's a produce store. I think they all used to be one, but then they separated. some kind of way as family, but they are separate.
Now I know.
So the
And they
produce
kept
stores,
Pete.
yeah, there's only 3 of them, which is on 87th and Stony,
Mhm.
87th and Loomis, and then I think there's one at 147th, and it's called something else.
Yes.
Dixmoor, yeah.
Mm.
So that guy over there was very nice. He allowed me to bring my product in, after I
Okay.
showed it and brought it to him. He liked it. And I would sell out when I would go in and do like store demos at
Oh,
that location
nice.
on Stony and on Loomis. And so that was our first flagship store. And then we heard that, Whole Foods is in the community. They are looking for, people to bring their products in. And so they told me no initially because they said I didn't live in the area. I'm like, but I'm from the South Side. They were like, no.
Wow.
They were
Are you
like, no.
Really?
But
Wow.
God.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Before they were going to open up, they called me and say, hey, can you bring your product down to corporate? We want to take a look at it. Maybe we can fit you in. So I went down and they loved it and we went in. And then when they had the grand opening at the 63rd Street store, Inglewood store,
Yes.
because they were looking for a lot of vendors at that time. That's when a lot of entrepreneurs got their products initially in the Whole Foods. And they really liked the product. So I got in and it quickly became the number one dressing in the store out of all the dressings they had.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like selling like crazy. And it quickly went to other stores. So then they allowed us to do like all of Chicagoland, but we're not in all of Chicagoland. Because
Gotcha.
still it's up to the individual store managers to say yay or nay.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
you know how that go.
Right. Can we kind of take a step back, if you
Sure.
would? So now we know that you've been in existence, or this product has, for the last 3.5 years, and
Mhm.
it is now in select Whole Foods, and we can
Yeah.
request.
Mhm.
Mariano's
Pete's,
too.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mariano's, and then
Yes.
Pete's is where you
Mhm.
started.
Yes.
Tell our viewers, if you don't mind, how do you even get to this point?
Uh,
How do you make it? How do you get it packaged? What was the process?
Right. That part, it took a lot of research.
Okay.
Number one,
Okay.
of course, you have to have the great product that people like.
Yes.
People would like to have, because that's literally what happened. I would take it to work and people were like, don't let her leave unless you give us the
wow.
recipe. I'm like,
Oh,
I can't
wow.
give you a recipe. So that wasn't going to happen. Excuse me, guys.
Mhm.
And so that wasn't going to happen. So, once you have that good product, you just went and you do your research. You have to pretty much get your license. You have
Okay.
to pretty much form your company.
Mhm.
Once you form your company, your name, get your trademark and all that
Okay.
legal stuff.
Yes.
And then just form your product.
Okay.
We go to a co-packer,
Okay.
which is like a manufacturer
Yes.
that does the bottling and
Yes.
everything, and that's it.
Okay. All right.
And the hardest part is getting in stores.
Oh, wow.
It was just a blessing, seriously, because like I said, they told us no. Mariano's told me no.
Wow.
I said, Mariano's, look, give me one store.
Wow.
Kathy told me no.
Wow.
Did you?
So yeah, I did. Because he had gave us like a really hard time. Like we went down there, 3-hour drive, and he was like, "Oh, I called to cancel y'all." I'm like, "We drove 3 hours."
Oh, really?
So he heard us out. But you know how you ever sit in a meeting, it's just like, "Okay, hurry up, when is this over?" It was one of those meetings.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then he's like, "Well, I'll let you know." So lots of emails and calling back, and it was just a lot of run around. And then eventually it was a no. And then I was just like,
Wow.
"Can I have one store?
Yeah, just one.
Just one?" And he couldn't really say no to that. And he gave me the Bronzeville store. And
Oh, wonderful.
yeah,
That's persistence.
and that summer, me and my sister, we did demos all the time. They were so gracious over there in Bronzeville to us. I mean, it was just like home.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
People love the product, and it just really knocked it out the park. And then he said, "Okay, where else do you want to go?" So he opened up all of Chicago. But yeah.
Wow.
See?
So it's just really been a whole God experience. And I say that, and people are like, "Well, how'd you get in?" I'm like, I'm telling you, this is how. They told me no, but it was all God.
Mhm.
And it really literally was. So, I mean, but the other way to get in, if you're not blessed, I say contact corporate offices, let them know
Mhm.
about your products, send them
Mhm.
samples and things of that nature, and just be persistent. That's really with anything in life.
Wonderful.
Nothing we've had is easy, so nothing will continue to be easy. You have to always just be persistent in whatever it is that you want in life.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh,
Okay.
that
Yep.
is.
Well, somebody
persistence is
asked
key.
you for a recipe.
Yeah, they would do that all the time.
So Tutti Frutti,
Yeah.
extra virgin olive oil,
Yep.
canola oil,
Yep.
cider vinegar, beet sugar, onion, salt, mustard, cucumber. There you have
That's it.
it.
There you go.
But obviously, there's a difference. I mean, I can go and put
Yeah.
those things together, and
And
it's
it
not
won't
gonna
be the
it's not
same.
gonna be like
Right.
Essie Marie's.
It's the proportions.
Yeah.
It's the
They're all natural, heart healthy, low sodium, vegan friendly. Everything that a patient that is dealing with high blood pressure or any cardiovascular type of issue should possibly have in their diet. It's nothing that you have to be like, oh, I put too much because it's extra virgin olive oil and it's non-GMO canola. So,
awesome.
even the sodium is mineralized. So it all was planned to be a heart healthy product.
Okay, so you were determined to make it heart healthy.
Yes.
So did you tweak your mom's recipe?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Oh
I got it.
yeah.
I see.
My mom wasn't thinking about no mineralized sodium.
Right. Okay, aside, what now was her diagnosis and her demise the main reason why you tweaked it? Or
Yeah, because that's the reason for it. Me losing her changed my life. It was traumatic because it was sudden and I didn't know. We didn't know. And it changed my life for the better. So the product is designed to help others for the better with heart disease. Yeah.
I love it. Just as simple as that. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, when you went in to do your pitches, did you talk about your mom?
Well, usually in the store, they just want to know about the product.
Okay.
They may want to hear a little bit about your story. Why did you start it? And about it. But when you're pitching, sometimes they do want to hear your story because a lot of times they want to hear the story is kind of what's driving products these days. Why did you start it? What makes yours different? What makes yours better? So yeah, that's really big with products. So if someone out there want to create a product, you got to know why you're creating it, what makes yours better and different than others that are already there.
Yes.
I mean, because there's a lot of salad dressings. They told me there's a lot of salad dressings out there. Yes. But what makes yours different? I mean, there's a lot of people that make bread. What makes it different? I mean, just because I'm the only one making salad dressing, I'm the last one, but make it different, make it better.
Yes.
Make it something people want. So that was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you guys are just not joining us, we're listening and talking to this beautiful woman of God who I'm excited about her and her product, her zeal. Essie Marie's dressings and marinades.
Yeah.
D&M. Annette's going to remember that. All right. And you can go to select stores to purchase her items. Please support her. Please. I'm encouraging you to. She's given us her backstory. We're still talking to her on today about how how this product came into being. So I thank you for joining us on today. Don't go anywhere. Now, if you want to call in, you're more than welcome to 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. If you want to maybe say hi, you want to say, can I get a bottle, or something, please do so. Or, of course, throw your comments in the section on Facebook Live. And again, when you come into the Facebook Live, please like and share. I see more of you are coming in. Randy Glass, I thank you for watching. Adrian is on. Anita Riddle, Elder Kevin McGee is on. And I can't wait. He said, what up? I can't wait to hear his spoken word that he has pinned for today's session.
Me too.
Anita says, good afternoon, ladies. Thank you all so much for watching on today. Elder McGee said, I need some dressing. Elder McGee, you need a lot more than dressing. He's a foodie too.
Is he?
He
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He is. That's
It's okay to be a foodie. Just eat the right food.
That's right.
right.
Right foods,
Man.
Elder McGee.
Yeah.
You didn't hear her say
Those arteries clean.
That's right.
Exactly. We want to keep you around here a long time.
Yep.
We want to do what's right for our bodies. I was going to ask you, so was this a favorite in your family that you made the dressings? Because you mentioned about friends encouraged you to put it on the shelves.
Yeah.
So
family too.
Is it something that you would like do it every holiday or
family
something?
functions,
Okay.
Holidays, the 4th of July, we have it because the Tutti Frutti is the one that started all the trouble.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
really?
Yeah. And, I pair it up with strawberries or cranberries, little almonds, little, mozzarella. They love it. So That was the one that started all the trouble.
She is making me so hungry
Oh,
right now.
God, me too.
And she has blessed us today. She's blessed us that are in the studio. Okay.
Yes.
We're not sending this anywhere.
Right. I don't know if you guys can see on the table. There's some salads there that she
Yeah.
is going to share with us, and then she brought the dressing, the various
You
dressing.
can make them yourself at home. Very easy. All the good flavors in those bottles. So
That's right.
Awesome.
You
Yep.
make the salads at home, not the
Yes,
dressing and the
right.
marinades. Okay, you have to purchase it from her. So, okay, you said that you started out with Tutti Frutti.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
and then how
The
many flavors do you have now?
I have 5.
Okay.
Yes, I have 5
Wow.
flavors. These are the 4 ones that started it, and we do have an Asian team too, but I didn't bring it. It's more like a Oriental type.
Yeah.
You know, you can eat it with some wonton chips and almonds and sliced green onions and cabbage and stuff like that. It's really good that way.
Right. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds good. What are the names of the different
We have
flavors?
Tutti
Can I say
Frutti,
flavors?
which is the one that started it all. We have a basil balsamic, which is really good on salmon as well.
Mm.
Like if you're gonna
Ooh, yes,
boil some salmon,
marinating.
oh my goodness, yeah, they're marinades and dressings. So yeah, then we have the lemonette. I've had followers to tell me that they use it on their pasta. It's really good in like the seafood. I've made a seafood dish with it, like a seafood pasta with jumbo shrimp and a little lobster and scallops with a little fettuccine.
What time is
noodles.
dinner?
And I put the Alfredo
lunch.
sauce in there and the little lemonette. Oh my goodness, so
Oh,
good.
wow.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. And
And
you
the other
said
one is the
last-
regular balsamic
Regular
without the
balsamic.
basil. Yeah.
Okay. Anthony might be interested in that.
Mhm.
The regular balsamic.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, I'm sorry. Let me acknowledge you. You all are throwing. I'm throwing in my own questions. Which one can be? You know what? I thought this was a real question, Elder McGee. He says, which one can be paired with the rib tips?
Oh, with rib tips? I would say that would be a great balsamic and maybe a lemonette mix.
Okay. All right.
Tofu rib tips.
Right. Turkey tips?
Right,
That'll
right.
be great.
Okay, there you go.
He says that lemonette might be good on a grilled chicken breast.
It is very good. I mean, with chicken, I prefer the basils and the tutti frutti.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, salmon as well. Chicken and seafood, tutti frutti, or the balsamics. Yeah.
I'm going to get a lot of these dressings today. I am.
Beautiful.
Oh wow, this is exciting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. Now, okay, you have the 4 here. What was the 5th one is not here? Is the
Asian teen. Yeah.
Asian teen. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Now, which was the one my producer was talking about at the beginning?
She likes lemon.
Lemonade. Okay. All right. Great. All right. So Essie Marie, that was your mom's name?
Yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
see, my name is Ashonia Marie. Most of my siblings have the middle name Marie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
sounds like somebody's father. Mine and hers.
Really?
All of his brothers,
Uh-huh.
save the very last one, the baby. Middle name was Lee.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's tradition, you know?
Yeah.
It's tradition.
Oh my God.
I even named my daughter Monica Marie. So,
Oh, really? Wow.
Keep it
that's
going, I
beautiful.
guess.
yeah.
So how appropriate to name the product after her. That's great. Another question here on the floor. Do any of the dressings have a spicy kick to it?
You know what? No.
Okay.
No, none of them are spicy.
None
No.
are spicy.
Mm-mm.
Now that was from Randy Glass. I was going to ask that question too, Randy. Thank you for asking that. I was wondering if maybe the Asian probably had
Tea?
like a little.
It's more gingery, and I'll say yeah, it's more has that ginger ting to it. Nothing
Okay.
that's spicy
Right.
though. Yeah.
That's rare for a salad dressing to have something spicy.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Well,
Unless you're putting your own spice in it.
Right.
yeah, that would be Anthony making his own salad dressings, putting his kick to it.
I just want to share one important thing
Yes.
about the dressings is, they're all natural. A lot of stores, like when I researched to be on Shark Tank, I found that a lot of the dressings that are on store shelves have a lot of chemicals in there to
Mhm.
preserve the store shelf. And when I did the research, I found out that one of the main chemicals that was really surprising to me that they use is something that they use in fertilizer. And it's in salad dressings. And I just didn't understand that. Like, why will we need this? But for whatever reason, they say it's preserving store shelves. So it
Mm.
sits on the shelves for like 2 years or so. And with all this stuff in there, and people are like,
Right.
on a daily basis. And one of the things that really gets to me is to see a nice salad bar, beautiful salad bar, but then the dressings they provide are loaded in
Exactly.
chemicals.
That's
Loaded.
Loaded with
Stuff you
chemicals.
cannot pronounce.
It defeats the purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So dangerous. So dangerous.
Yes.
That's very
and it's
dangerous.
just like, okay, this is why all the cancer centers are popping up.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I know we can't clean out everything, but we have to make better choices.
Yes.
Where we can.
Go back
Where
to the
we can.
basics.
Yeah.
And if that
Yeah.
means,
Yes.
going to the grocery store
Yes.
2-3 times a week, then you
I
just have
know.
to do it.
Yep.
I mean, I'd rather that and be healthy
Yes.
than to buy a bunch of foods with a lot of
Absolutely.
preservatives. That's
I
not worth
mean,
it in the
it's
long
like
run.
a lot because okay, now my barbecue sauce is like that, my hot sauce is like that,
Mhm.
my salad dressing is like that. So where do you say, okay, enough?
Right.
I don't
Right.
have to have this like that.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's just better choices in education. That's
Absolutely.
all. That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
We said at the same time. So.
Don't you owe me a soda?
Cornelius, thanks for watching. Let's see, Elder McGee. I don't know what to do with him
Does he have
sometimes.
all the questions?
I'm going to Jules in Westchester and pick up the Lemonette and the Little Richard special.
It's not a jewel.
It's not a Jules, so you're going to go in there. You're going to look for it. It's not going to be
He's
there.
in Mariano.
He's hilarious. You just sometimes you just have to ignore Elder McGee, and then sometimes you just got to love
We're
him.
trying for Jewel, but that's still another task.
So that is another question I'm going to ask you. Now, where else are you looking to actually get your product in? Have you thought about Shark Tank?
I've been, I've auditioned for Shark Tank. I made it in the preliminaries, like a lot of other people.
Okay.
But then that's just where it stops,
Okay.
And Shark Tank is how I view it as an investor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if I get an investor, it don't have to be Shark Tank. Just give me the money. I know what to do with it.
Exactly.
So investors, if you're out there,
There you go. Shout it out. Shout it
There
out.
you go. Wonderful.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what Shark Tank. To me, that's what Shark Tank is. They're investors.
Right.
They're looking to invest their money
Mhm.
for a long-term return.
Yes.
And that's fine. But I don't want people that are out there thinking that Shark Tank is the only answer.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And then not only are they looking to
Mhm.
invest in your product, but you have to have a certain knowledge
Yeah.
about, how to open and sustain a business
That's so
and
true.
your product, because they're looking at long term.
Yeah.
If this is not something that's going
Right.
to exist
That's so
in
true.
5, 6, 10 years,
That's
they don't want
like,
anything to
nah,
do with
no,
you.
thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yep.
true. They're kind of hard on you.
Yeah.
They're interesting though. Have you tried marketing to restaurants? Is the question. Another question.
I have, but I'm not at that scale yet, which means like mass production where you can get like little bitty packets. It's just, and that's another challenge in itself, finding a co-packer that fits what you want.
Mhm.
Because we've had co-packers that we had to be like pull out of because it's like, no, you're not making it like we want it, and then you'll go back to doing it yourself.
Mm.
So it's tough. You have to really find the right fit for you. So hopefully once we're able to scale up and be able to get that right fit co-packer where we can do it restaurant style, retail style, then yeah, possibly, yes.
Okay.
Because my like I said, my goal is to use this as a tool, to help others. You can get that salad. Like I have people that inbox me, oh, I had a Portillo salad, but I had my bottle in my purse, because it's not the salad. It's like
Right.
the
Exactly.
dressings
Yes.
that are like crazy,
Exactly.
Right.
with chemicals and stuff. So
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, and I even see some of your posts on Facebook, different ones. Saying, yeah, I went here and I got what was it? Was it a Popeye's chicken sandwich somebody did one time?
yeah.
And they put some of your dressing on there. I saw a post like that.
They are so funny.
Right.
I get some funny stuff.
Do you?
I do.
Well, that's a good thing. 'Cause
Creative.
word of mouth, word of
That's
mouth,
right.
that helps. Let's see. Oh, okay, Demetria. Yes, she did respond because she's the one that was asking about how else can she purchase the items. But yes, you can go to the website SEMaries.com. Is it com?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Maries, let me try to type that in the comment section for you. If you are maybe out of state or out of the local area and you are interested in purchasing these delicious, delectable dressing marinade. So you can go to the website and they ship. They will ship to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that's awesome. But is that time consuming? You have a team that's helping you out with that, or
I'm the team. Me and my husband.
Hey, you're the team right now.
if that
Yeah.
works, if that's what works,
When you
Annette, is
start
there a
out-
second half to this?
there is.
Okay, wonderful. Because you know what? If you don't mind,
No.
either of you, I would like to kind of go backwards a little bit,
Okay.
kind of
Mhm.
delve into how you became an occupational therapist. Let's
Oh.
start there.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Okay.
we can talk about, what that entails and
Sure.
how that worked or did not work for you
Okay.
as a Black woman.
Oh boy.
And then if we can speak to,
Mhm.
you have to have some sort of resource to
Oh,
even
yeah.
be able to start a
Oh
venture
yeah.
such as this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If we could talk about that too, and then even talk about your role as a Black woman in even trying to market this,
Yes.
to sell this, being taken
Absolutely.
seriously. You did,
Mhm.
speak a little bit about the 3-hour drive, and
Yeah.
eventually the answer was no.
Yeah.
And we can kind of talk about, maybe what some of that
Mhm.
looks like, what could have been,
Absolutely.
the reasons
Yeah.
why, and what we do
Sure.
face, and
Sure.
how we can overcome that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Mhm.
My sister's good, y'all.
Oh yes, she is.
I like her.
Both of
Those
you
are
are
good questions. Good questions. I'll tell you what we're going to do right here, though. Hey, Elise, thanks for watching. So those are questions we're going to look forward to our guests answering for us on this afternoon. But I think what I want to do is actually see if we can have the spoken word. Can we have it now? Okay. I'm telling you, my producers own it. It's women power in here today.
Yes.
I'm telling you all.
Estrogen.
Elder Kevin McGee has a show here on Saturdays entitled Connections. And it's just as it says, Connections, 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time on Saturdays. So please make sure you support him. He pens a spoken word for our show, Mind, Body, and Soul, every week. And it is one that is pertinent to today's topic. So take a listen, and we'll be back.
Dreams. We are all given dreams so that we may strive to make them reality. Dreams that occur while we are awake, dreams that are the blueprints for our destiny. And you see, everyone has dreams, but not everyone has the strength or the courage to pursue those dreams, thereby allowing them to remain dreams and never become reality. It's like the old Schoolhouse Rock episode, where the Bill sings the song about his dream of becoming a law. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. And as he dreams, he pursues until someone runs out to the bill and congratulates him on becoming a law. Pursue your dream. Someone is there to congratulate you. Honor the inspiration of your dream, whether it is God, man, or even your mother. Soon the realization of your dream will meet you at the door, and success will find you. And so much more will follow, all because you believe that dreams really can become reality.
When Moses went to the top of the mountain, he lifted his hands. When he lifted his hands on the mountain, the people won the battle down in the valley. Great things happen. Great things happen. When shepherds worship. When shepherds worship. Yeah, miracles. Miracles happen. Yeah. When shepherds pray. You need to know. Great things happen. When shepherds worship. When shepherds worship. And victory happens. When our hands are raised, when our hands are raised, we are the men of God, and worship is what we do. We love to pray. We must go to that place before we can lead you. So let us worship Him in spirit. Worship Him in truth for all that He's already done and everything He will do. Because when shepherds worship, the miracles happen. When shepherds praise, everybody needs to know. Great things happen. Shepherds worship. Shepherds worship. Victory happens when our hands. Nehemiah 8:6 says that Ezra praised the Lord, the great God, and all the people shouted, Amen, as they lifted their hands. Then they bowed down with their faces to the ground and they worshiped the Lord. I want everybody under the sound of my voice right now to help us say, we give you praise all of our days. It is to you that our hands are raised. Hallelujah. We give you praise, God. We give you glory for who you are. Come on, help us say it tonight. We give you praise.
All right. We are back. You listen to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. We are here on radio. And we just took a quick break so that we could listen to that wonderful spoken word by Elder Kevin McGee.
Awesome.
What'd you ladies think about that?
I thought it was
Very nice.
wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to request a copy.
It was so. How did it speak to you? Was it on point with you and your
Yeah,
business?
It was having dreams, you know. I never thought in the wildest dream I'll be doing salad dressings and marinades, but it's a great dream.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just being able to have this in her memory and something to help others, you know. So, yep. Not in my wildest dreams.
Well, I'm glad your wildest dream came. we are glad, and all the consumers we're so grateful as well. I know my sister had some questions for you, but I was going to ask you as well. And I'm referring back to this again when you mentioned about your friends encouraging you to put it on the shelves.
Yes.
Now, was there a time for you that you went, no, I'm not doing that?
Oh yeah, that was
Really?
There was.
I mean,
just because it's a lot of work.
Okay.
You know, it's a lot of work, and you have to think about it. But you know, I talked to my husband about it, and you know, he's always been on board with all my crazy ideas. So
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
So I just gave it a try, you know.
Gotcha.
And people received it, you know, and I did those first demos at Pete's and it was selling out. It was just like, what? You know, so
Wow.
that kind of
That's
kept
beautiful.
you motivated.
Beautiful.
You know?
Beautiful.
Now, are you still in Pete's?
I didn't. Once I got Whole Foods, it became a little bit overwhelming. So, you
Oh,
know,
so it
it
got
gave
bigger.
people, yeah, it got a little big. Well, I tried to go back, but they wasn't ready for me. So I was like, okay, I'll see y'all later.
Okay. And they're going to wish they had
But we
allowed
do
you to
have
come
a
back.
great relationship, you
Good.
know, and they are open to any entrepreneur that are in the community that have product and want to start off somewhere. They're willing to definitely give you a chance.
Okay,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Great.
Yep.
All right. Glenn, you want to take us back into
Yes.
this?
So let's move a little bit back in time.
Okay.
So we know now that you lost mom
Yes.
when you were 15,
Mhm.
which had to have been tough.
Ugh.
We kind of talked a little bit on the break how
Yeah.
tough that was because she wasn't there for you for prom,
Right.
obviously for
Yeah, a lot of life
high school
events.
graduation,
Right.
college graduation.
Yep.
What put you on the path to eventually becoming an occupational therapist? How did that happen? Let's talk about that.
Well, like I said, I always wanted to help people. So I knew, like, when I graduated, I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? I know I need to go to school, but what do I want to go to school for?
Mm-hmm.
First, I was like, oh, I want to be a teacher. Then I was like, no, what am I thinking? And like my boyfriend at the time, which was my high school sweetheart, now my husband.
Okay.
His mom and his sister were nurses and stuff like that. So I was like, well, maybe I'll give that a try, you know. And then I went to school for healthcare. And so I said, I don't want to be a nurse, but I do like healthcare because I like helping other people, you know. And so then I found therapy because it was more of a creative medical profession. Like you have to really be creative to learn how to help your patients.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
I never looked at it that way. Okay.
Yeah, you have to come up with ideas for difficult situations that, you know, they may not have an answer to. So it's all about helping the patient be able to be independent in any way that they can. And you may have to come up with things on the spot, you know.
Give us an example.
My sis, my co-host.
Right. I mean, just like, let me think of some examples. See, a lot of the things now that I've learned, it's because of education. Like, you know, if I have a patient that's doing like a lot of repetitive things, I'll use a proprioceptive device to help them to try to kind of like, edge those type of repetitive behaviors down. And I might not have like a really good therapeutic tool that is like traditional at the time. And I might have to create something,
Gotcha.
like, okay, typically in healthcare, we'll use a weighted vest.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't have a weighted vest, I might fill up a cart full of bricks or fill up a cart full of books, something to give that proprioceptive input
Gotcha.
to try to target that behavior.
Exactly.
So that's one example. I mean, another example, being in home health. If you're in a patient's home and you don't have your traditional hot pack, you might want to warm up a nice thick towel in the microwave and use it under the hot pack. Monitor it on the patient while you're with the patient.
Gotcha.
So those are different things like that.
Understood.
I love it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So now I'm sure that is something that you have not put to the side altogether, correct?
Oh no,
You're still an OT.
work.
Okay. So now how long
Oh
have
no,
you?
I'm not making money yet, y'all. Just so y'all know.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I
So
cannot
now-
quit my day job.
So now how long have you been an OT?
It's been about 19 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously you love it.
I do. I
Okay.
really love OT. I love healthcare.
Okay.
I love helping and being with people.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So now if this like takes off, do you see yourself still in healthcare in some way, shape, or form?
If I don't have to, probably no.
Okay.
Because of the constant changes, and regulations and things of that nature. It's very stressful.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
but
have to
as
stay
far-
abreast and you have
Yeah.
to. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a lot of changes and stuff like that with the payer systems and stuff like that with insurances and stuff. But my main thing would be working with people on some type of level. I would like to just be able to go around and do like healthy eating classes at like daycare centers or like, just healthy eating at senior centers, teaching them how to eat healthier in a healthier, delicious way,
Gotcha.
without all that bad
Right.
stuff. So
which is a part
that's
of your
what I
network
would
currently.
love to do.
Okay.
In my dream, what was his name, Reverend?
McGee.
Right.
McGee.
Right.
That would be my dream job.
Okay. Awesome. Can you talk about some of the challenges
Okay.
that you have faced
Mm-hmm.
as an occupational therapist? Or no, let me put it this way. As an African American female
Mm-hmm.
occupational therapist.
Oh boy, she hit me with a major question, boy. Well, being an African American, no matter what industry you're in, you do face those challenges. It's unfortunate, but they are there. And it's not from every individual, but you do face racism. And I did face that in college, and it changed me as well.
Okay.
It kind of changed my course a little bit, from that experience. But again, God helped me through it, got through it, and continued on to become an occupational therapist.
Okay, wonderful.
I mean, I was actually told, she would do everything in her power to keep me from graduating, and personally, so.
Wow.
But God is the answer. No
Absolutely.
one can determine your destiny.
That is
You
so
just
true.
Continue to go forth in righteousness and continue to do what's right, and just continue on. Don't let anything stop you.
Okay. And the reason I ask, and let me tell you, I'm not trying to pose difficult questions to you, but I just love being open and candid.
Absolutely.
Because there's somebody out there that's on that path.
Oh yeah.
And you can encourage someone.
And that's what for to help others.
Be a true believer or not.
Absolutely.
And yes, God determines our destiny.
Absolutely.
But then he also gives us that choice as to whether we follow what he has for us.
Absolutely.
Or if we give up, to something else. But the reason I'm asking these questions, getting back to that, is because, and you and I have met for the first time today.
Yes.
I have not known you before today, right? Not the last. It's because you strike me as a strong Black woman.
Oh, thank you.
And I get that just even from our conversation, from what I have learned today about your journey. So in that regard, I know that you face some things probably you don't want to talk about right now. Not just when you were in school, pursuing, your occupation as an OT. Absolutely. But then I'm sure even subsequent to that, being taken seriously in your role,
absolutely.
If you were sent probably to somebody's home or to, provide that service to someone and they, open up the door and like, well, we're waiting on the OT. And I go, well, I'm because
absolutely,
sometimes there's not that expectation.
No.
And then, because you are who you are and your personality and your strength, a lot of times that can be taken in the wrong way.
That is so true.
By those that, you interact with
That's
as
so
well.
true.
So,
thinking she's bossy.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, we used to say, well, there has to be that delicate balance.
Yeah.
I don't apologize
Yeah.
for being Gwen Gaston Gray.
I know that's
I
right.
just want to say this right now.
Yes.
And I know you don't either.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So, I had somebody even in the last year, tell me, okay, please don't turn into the angry Black woman.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate that
Me
too.
too.
Because I consider myself knowledgeable
Absolutely.
and smart.
Absolutely.
And because I may be correct in
Thank
something
you.
does not mean
I'm an angry
angry
person.
Black woman.
Yeah. I just had that
And because I'm
discussion the other day
adamant,
with someone. The
yeah.
same exact discussion.
Don't put me in it.
Yeah. Just because a rug, I'm not going to let you just say and do and tell me
Yes.
whatever, and I'm just going to go with
And
it.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
most times that comes from our people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not anybody else, not any other culture.
Yes.
It's, it's that fear.
Yes.
Because this woman, this Black woman, I mean, she knows a lot. But see, we need to turn around our thinking. If I work for you, if I report to you, and I have this vast knowledge, and you've hired me to do whatever it is you hired me to do because you thought I was the best person for it,
yes,
then you lean on me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to make you shine.
That's
That's what that means.
That is so
I'm
true.
not your adversary.
That is so true.
We're not competing.
Nope.
I have my own,
Absolutely.
little small part of that whole universe. And so allow me to be who I am.
Yes.
So that I can make you shine.
Absolutely.
And in turn, we all can be successful.
That is so true.
And I think we look at that, especially in our community.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong way.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Give us some advice, or give our sisters some advice, specifically on how we can overcome. It's easy for us to say, well, just stay in the race. And I'm not, belittling what you're saying, because it's very important, but I would love for us to break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're telling, the viewers, trust in God. He knows your destiny, and absolutely he does.
Yes.
But tell them, how do they do that? How do they trust in God? How do they know what his plan is for their lives? How do they know, how to get to?
You will know that his plan is if it's working for you. Number one.
Okay.
If you're facing a lot of adversity and there's just door after door after door that's closing in your face, it may not be for you. There has to be an exit strategy. When you said, okay, I've had this dream, I've had this plan, I've tried it, and it's not working. People don't like it. It's not selling. I'm not able to get contracts. Then you have to say, okay, it's time to take a new position. God, maybe this is your no. And that's how, but never give up. I mean, I just don't believe in giving up. Okay. I just feel that you should always try to your fullest. And once you feel you've extinguished all your abilities at that, whatever it is, then you say, okay, I'm gonna try something new.
Okay.
Because being a therapist and then having my own practice, I thought that was my destiny.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't know. But sometimes life just leads you into different paths.
Yes.
And then do you say, well, am I going to do it or am I going to not do it? And I talked to my husband about it. He was like, well, we can try it, And like I said, at Pete's, we sold out. And then Whole Foods, we were selling out constantly. So it was just kind of like, okay, well, let's just continue to go forward. Okay. I mean, you can't just stop when you're in that in the heat of it.
Exactly.
True. Because trust and believe me, it's not easy at all. At all.
And I know there's no blueprint.
No.
I know there's no specific script. But using your earlier example, you drove 3 hours for the meeting. He didn't want to meet with you, but then he finally said, "Okay, well, I'm going to go. I'll do it."
Yeah.
But then he sat in the meeting like he was, disinterested, right?
Totally.
And so, you persisted, right? You called, you emailed, and then you said something profound. You said, and then eventually, the answer was no.
Yeah.
And then what did you do?
I said, just give me one store.
Exactly. So now, how do you instruct somebody to take that extra step? To you know what I mean? Because once they had gotten that no, somebody would have just given up.
Like, okay, thank you.
Exactly.
Bye.
Right. So what would you say to that?
I say to continue to you have to go to your limit.
Okay.
I mean, there is no limit. I mean, there is a limit. If he had told, after I said, give me one store, if he had been like, no, sorry, that would have been it for me with that store.
Okay.
But then still, I would have probably went to another store. Okay, Mariano's,
there you go.
Bye.
There you go.
But I'm going to go over here to this store. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You will know when you're tired. You will know when you've reached your destiny.
Gotcha.
With whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
Gotcha.
And when you're tired, when you're just like, okay, I'm done.
Mhm.
For whatever life circumstances it could be something family, it could be whatever it is. If you've reached your limit, everybody knows their own limit,
Right.
and then that's just it, 'cause some people have products, stuff like that, and they wind up selling them,
Yes.
because they get tired of it. When you reach your limit.
Yes.
Not that product can't grow anymore, it's just that you're tired.
Right.
So you have to know your own limits.
That's true.
Definitely.
I totally agree.
And if you
Totally
want to
agree.
continue on with that or not.
That's right.
These are great questions and great responses.
They are.
Dr. McGee, I see you on. It's the wife of Elder Kevin McGee. Lady Iris Reed, thank you for watching. Elder Sledge is on, and Pastor Ricky Riddle is on. I see you pastors and first ladies on here. Thank you. Appreciate you on today. This is some good stuff. You all need to hop on over to Whole Foods and Mariano's and check out Essie Marie's.
That's right.
Dressings and marinades. This will be something you definitely need to get. We're going to experience this today. Right. Yeah. Heart healthy products. And I know a lot, I see on Facebook a lot of individuals, maybe sometimes they're trying different dishes and they're trying to eat right.
Yeah.
They're trying. So this is another product that can help you.
That's right. And
it can definitely help you.
Sounds wonderful.
Did you ask your next question?
No, I did not.
My sister gets so excited. I see. There's a method. I know there's a method to her madness.
You know what I would love for you to also talk about? Okay. You had a career, even when you launched this.
Yes.
Can you talk to the viewers and tell them what type of focus and discipline?
Oh boy.
And funding, not getting into numbers.
Yes.
That this required. So if I'm unemployed and I wake up and say, I want to make some salad dressings, that's probably not feasible until something happens.
Right.
Speak to that if you would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as like being focused, like she said, you have to, plan it all out. Someone was like, I have all these great ideas. How do I get started? Write it out. Write it down, write out your plan. You have to plan everything. If you don't plan it out, meaning like, okay, I got this recipe or I have this idea, let me get these products going, research, how do you need to do it? What kind of packaging do you need? Or, how do I get a graphic designer to create all the stuff that I need to make it look good? You have to plan it out.
Absolutely.
Literally write it down and, go for it that way. And as far as the funding is concerned, I've pretty much paid for everything myself. I think I had one small business loan and I would never do that again because I don't want to loan myself through becoming whatever it is these dressings take me to. I don't think that's successful.
Okay.
Getting loans. I don't. So my thing is, self-funded, I'm not closed to investors. Like Shark Tank. I did try out for Shark Tank. But yeah, I just think that funding is important and it is a lot. It's not cheap, literally to go into manufacturing. It's somewhere around 25, 30,000.
Yes.
With testing and all that stuff to get it, shelf stable and stuff like that. So it's not cheap, but if it's something you want, you'll find a way to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. I'm glad that everybody.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, they see this or they see the final product or they see where you are now.
Yeah.
And not the road that you've taken.
Oh, wow.
And I think, not to discourage anybody, but to encourage.
Absolutely.
And inspire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to know that, it's
doable.
It's doable.
Yeah,
there are certain
doable.
steps you have to take, but it is doable.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yep. And, just moving forward, just pretty much just take your time. Don't get discouraged, and plan it all out, even the financial piece of it. If you don't want to go into debt, plan out the pieces you want to do, do the things that are most important first, get your packaging done, find out who you're going to have to manufacture it, or if you're going to do it yourself, find out how to do that. There's all type of resources out there where you can go to try to find out how to produce your products and things of that nature.
I think that's wonderful advice, Shirley. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, now you mentioned another supermarket or food store chain. Is that what's next?
Which one? Jewel?
Jewel.
Oh, well, I've been trying to get in Jewel for a while now. and they have my product. I don't know, it's that those hurdles we have to
Wow.
cross.
Red tape.
Viewers, call
Mhm.
Jewel, please.
Yeah.
Call your local Jewel.
Yeah, and
Call
that's another
Albertsons.
question to
Right.
ask you. How can we help to get you in store? You kind of talked about a little bit earlier.
Sure.
How can your consumers or
Mhm. Well,
help you?
like they say, oh, like Whole Foods, oh, you're open to do any Chicago store, but then you'll still get the drawback from the store managers. But if enough,
Mm.
I've even had customers come in and request. They've actually placed an order. My husband delivers, and they'll say, "Oh no, we meant to cancel that." So
Oh.
yeah, it's not
What?
easy. Yeah, it's not easy.
Wow.
I didn't fight it. My husband said it wasn't worth it. Just focus on what we did have and don't worry about that one store.
That's
because
right.
Okay, wait.
sometimes- Yeah.
How does that make you feel at that point?
Oh, I was very, very upset
I'm so sorry.
because I it was just blatant. Yeah. And I had been trying to get in this particular store, which is in my community, for 2 years. And so he had initially told me, "Oh, we have a community girl." I'm like, "Oh, I live in a community too." But it was just like, and her stuff isn't even tasty. I mean, I've had her friends. Her friends have even told me, like, she's my friend, but I don't like it. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. So, but
but there's
yeah.
room for
And
many
that's-
more.
There is.
It doesn't
yeah.
mean that.
Politics, I'm sure,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some other
Mhm.
stuff probably
Yeah.
tied up in
It's
there.
just sometimes that's what's
Yeah.
wrong with us.
It
Everything
is.
is not a competition.
Yeah. So
And
I
it may
think
be the
we
same,
do-
it may be salad dressing,
Yeah.
but you might,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
might focus on or appeal to
Yeah.
a different
Mhm.
type of eater than she
Absolutely.
does or whatever.
Yeah.
And then people's tastes are different.
That is so true.
So that doesn't mean that there was not room for your salad dressing. I
Exactly.
just don't
It was an
understand that.
excuse. I didn't understand it either, and it was just like, wow. And and then I realized that we do need to create avenues where we have our own.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our own stores
Yes.
and things. It's a necessity
Yes, it is.
because we as a economic group spend the most
Mm-hmm.
on goods every year.
Mhm.
The most
Absolutely.
out of any other group.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I think we need to develop our own channels and things of that nature. That's
Absolutely.
very, very, very important. Not to say we won't still patronize other stores, but we just
Mhm.
still need our own.
Our own.
Yeah, we need
And
our
we
own.
always have.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're saying now is nothing new or different than decades ago. Even with Madam C.J. Walker,
Yeah.
or even with the Black Wall Street, we
Yeah.
needed our own. We still need our own.
Yes.
I had somebody ask me a couple decades ago, why do you guys have Soul Train Awards? And why do you have? And I looked at him and I said, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
And so he goes, yeah. I said, because you know what? I said, we were tired of waiting on you all to recognize us. Recognize,
Yeah.
our contributions, our major, important,
Absolutely.
spectacular
Yep.
contributions.
Yep.
So now
you
we're
create your
encouraging our own.
Yep.
Exactly. Absolutely positive.
Yeah. It's just another avenue to
Mhm.
celebrate us, and I think that that's so important.
Yes.
On any platform.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not to exclude, but to just
Right.
feel included.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, because we do matter.
Yeah.
And our dollars
Yeah.
matter. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes, they do. Let's see here. If you're just not joining us, you're listening to Mind, Body, and Soul with Net. We're here at Intellectual Radio. I'm your host, and I've been joined this afternoon by wonderful guest, and Ishonia
Yes.
Scott. I'm getting it right. Shoni's here, y'all. She is none other than the founder, the CEO, and owner of Essie Marie's.
Yes.
And if you have not tasted this wonderful product, you need to get to your local Whole Foods and or Mariano's to purchase these items, or you can go to our website, essemaries.com. I did place that website in the comment section. You can definitely order it. My sister's being a Vanna White on today and holding up the salad dressing and marinade.
Yeah.
She has 5 different flavors, I believe it is,
Mhm.
4 here on today. So you guys make sure, well, you turn that around so they can see the actual name. Make sure you contact her or go to the stores and purchase these items. You won't be disappointed. Trevor Ball is on. Thanks for watching. Felicia, we appreciate you. Tanya Mingo, how are you? Thanks for watching. Heart healthy product. This is. It is a heart healthy product. So she created this with your heart in mind.
Yes.
With your health in mind, if you will. And it came from her mom is the what do I want to say.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration for this
Mhm.
product. And if you didn't get a chance to hear about her mom's and her story about her mom, you're going to have to be kind and rewind to hear the entire story. But it's great. And now we're talking about the entrepreneur aspect of her business now. And I think this is great because, as you stated earlier, Gwen, it's definitely going to be inspirational to some people. Being inspired myself and just thinking about some things that I need to get going on. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we talk about business, entrepreneur, we shy away from it. We allow that fear
Yeah.
factor to kind of take over. And
Mhm.
what you think you're doing, really?
Yeah.
And
Don't let that
almost
stop you. No.
talk you
Mm-mm.
out of it.
To do it.
Yeah.
They say everything that you want is on the other side of fear. And
That's
that
right.
resonated with
That's
me
right.
because I'm like you, scared, very
Mhm.
shy,
Mhm.
don't want to stand in front of people and talk, all of that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's necessary.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't want to be pitching product, but you have to do that.
You
that
have to
means
do it.
standing in front
That's
of people
part of your
talking.
dream.
I
Absolutely.
never liked public speaking, but everything you want is on the other side.
Exactly.
Of fear. It's like, oh wow. And then after you do it, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad. You look back on it
Thank you,
because
Lord.
it's almost like a relief. I truly,
Yes.
truly understand.
Yep.
And then I think a lot of times, humans in our attempt to kind of reason things out, or
Mhm.
we always start for whatever reason with doubt.
Yeah.
Somebody comes out with something now, but does it taste good? But does it
Right.
this or does it that? And
Yeah.
sometimes in our community we are our own worst enemy.
Oh, that is true.
But you know what? I challenge everybody, and I'm just getting to this point, honestly speaking. I'm almost 55 years old. I challenge everybody to take that same naysaying
Mm-hmm.
and turn it into
That
something
is so
positive.
true.
You
Yeah.
know, there was a guy, U.S. Open. His name is Daniil Medvedev.
Oh wow.
He made it all the way to the finals of the U.S. Open.
Wow.
But there, I think maybe in the fourth round or the quarterfinal round,
Mhm.
he was behind and he was getting angry. He
Okay.
snatched the towel out of the
Ooh.
ball kid's hand.
Oh
He was
wow.
slamming his racket. He put up the middle finger
Oh
to the
boy.
crowd in New York, and they booed him the entire match.
Wow.
I mean, loudly. You know, they can be loud in New York
Yeah.
at the end of the summer. But he won.
Wow, he did?
The next match, they booed him again. He won.
Okay.
And every time they would interview him
Mhm.
after the match, well, what do you think? That the New York crowd wasn't for you. You snatched the towel in the other,
Yeah.
match and this and that. And you know what he said? He goes, the more you all boo me, the more it empowers me.
Wow.
Literally. I mean,
Wow.
so I thought to myself, yep,
Wow.
there you go.
Yeah.
So even with the
I
naysayers,
love
if it's something
it.
that you're focused on,
Yes.
and then went to the final and
Uh-huh.
played, I think Nadal is number 2 in the world, number 3 in the world, maybe, Rafa Nadal,
Oh wow.
and took him to 5 sets,
Okay.
5 hours.
Wow.
5 hours. He eventually lost, but that propelled him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
and I'm not saying that he didn't have the skill, because he's a force to be reckoned with. You guys look out for him, because
Okay.
he's going to be something in the coming years. But
Uh-huh.
I think about that and think, okay, well, you know what? That's
Yeah.
how we have to start thinking.
That's so true.
It is. And I
Yeah.
agree with that. And I thank you for saying that because, again, it's inspiring me and motivating
Mhm.
me because as you were talking earlier and you talked about the no's that you encounter. No one likes to hear no.
We're human. We're human. We are human.
And,
No.
and that's another reason, behind that fear when you're trying to start up something, you
Yeah.
don't want to. The fear is I don't want there to even be a possibility of anybody rejecting me.
That's so
Or
true.
if I get up in front of an audience, I don't want them to boo me down or anything like that.
Yes.
We don't
That's
want
so
rejection.
True. Nope.
Who wants to be rejected?
No one.
So it's you have to either do something with that. I'm glad you gave that example
Yeah.
because that's what we have to keep in our minds.
Yes.
So true.
Let it motivate you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Rather than bring you down.
Rather than bring you
Yeah.
down.
Or depress you, or
that's really,
make you feel
that's
bad.
really big.
Or
Yes.
even, and I'm gonna throw this in here too.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you start out, whether it's a product or business or whatever,
Mhm.
and people are on board with you, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And after a while, they kind of start sliding
Yeah.
off a little bit. That's
Yeah.
another,
Yep.
feeling of rejection
that is
too.
so
But
That
it's
you have to
okay.
get.
We
But
use
it's
that
okay.
because you know what that
Yes.
meant? That meant they were just supposed to be there for that season.
That's so true.
For whatever reason,
Yeah.
for whatever inspiration they gave you, that was it.
Wow.
That was their role.
That is so
Next. I mean,
big.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Definitely.
Thanks, ladies, because that's some great information to keep inside, and some wisdom to move forward with, because you
Absolutely.
will experience those things.
I'm
Yes.
sure.
And anything really.
Yep. That's
so
right.
that's some great advice.
So
Thanks.
there are some times in the evenings you're like,
Yes.
I need to just, I want to walk
I'm just
away.
gonna eat the rest of these bottles, and then
Have your family come. Let's just
I'll get discouraged about something. The next thing you know, somebody put up a post. Hey, I couldn't live without my series. I'm like, oh my goodness. See, this is what keeps me
Beautiful.
going.
Right,
You know,
exactly,
you
right,
guys.
exactly.
And it
So,
does, and
yeah.
it's encouraging. Like I even tell my viewers every week, thank you for coming in every week.
Yeah.
Because I be talking to myself. We don't want to do that.
Exactly.
But no, it
Don't
helps.
That
Right.
is so true.
It helps to have that motivation
Yes.
behind you sometimes, whatever. But I've always said that even when I first started this radio show, that if I can just help one person, then I've done my job.
Yes.
There in the beginning, it wasn't easy.
I'm sure.
Because every week I've told this story over and over again. This radio show fell in my lap. I wasn't looking for it. And every week I would ask, are you sure this is what you want me to do? Every week. As soon as the show, that was the end. Lord, are you sure this is what you want me to do? I did that for about a month straight. I mean, I can't, but I guess I had that self-doubt or whatever, but I had to get beyond that.
Sure.
But he would answer me every time.
Yes.
He would answer me every time in a way that, because the whole purpose of Mind, Body, and Soul is to bridge that psychological and spiritual aspect of everyday life.
Sure.
And those two areas don't normally come together.
Yes.
So that was the basis of the show. And so then when I would ask him that question, then I would see stuff in the news or people would inbox me with stories. But see, these were stories about pastors who were suffering from mental illness.
Oh, wow.
And they were committing suicide. Jesus. And after about the third or fourth one, I said, okay, I'm going to stop asking you. Okay, this is what I'm,
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
And yeah, it was something. And I'm like, okay, quit with the self-doubt. Just go do it. If the people are going to come in, they're going to come in. If they follow you, they follow you, whatever. But I just want to get across what, God has, put within me to do. And so of course, with individuals like you, I bring you on and maybe talk about your product. We still bring it around full circle, to what, the basis of the show is. But so I can attest to that.
Yeah. I think, God has provided you with the opportunity to help so many other people. You didn't even realize that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I didn't realize that. And it's something to do because it's a lot. It's not just you just plop down in front of a microphone.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a lot of prep. It's a lot of posts.
I know. Well, you see your bio? No.
Right. Sorry. She's talking about our encounter beforehand. And I'm like, dear, did you send it? And I'm so used to my assistant helping me
it's
too.
a lot of work and
yeah.
whatever you're putting together and stuff. So
it is
here to help each other. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
I see you, cousin Jamone from California. Thanks for watching.
We can send this to you, Jamone.
Yes. Your cousin will send it to you. She's going to purchase some bottles and send it to you.
Actually, I will. I am pledging right now to buy some bottles. I don't know how much they are.
They're $7.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Okay. So I'm going to how about
purchase all those today? Look, wait, my producer looked up. No, don't you get that lemonade because she got her eyes on now. My producer looked up. Now that is hilarious. That's funny. But yes, we're definitely going to be looking out for these. These will be in our in our homes, and we're going to use these.
Yes, and I'm going to share. You know what? If there's $7 a pop, I know there's tax involved, but I pledge to purchase 20 bottles.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm going to purchase 20 bottles, and then I know that we all can't do it because I know they have a shelf life.
Thank you.
So I will actually, and I'm honest, I will send it to my cousin Jamone. I will.
That's so nice.
Do you
so
want
we
to
can get the word out?
Do you want anybody else to inbox you and ask you for some of those, or what? Because my listeners will. ANet, your sister said she was buying.
You know what?
Well, that's wonderful.
You
Thank
know,
you.
actually, I could do that.
So
So
much.
maybe
That's
the
so
first
sweet. Oh
10
my
people that
gosh.
inbox me, I will send a bottle to you seriously. But
Oh,
you have to make
wow.
a pledge that you will go into the store, you will go into
Yeah.
Mariano's, and you will go
Aw.
into Whole Foods, and you will purchase this henceforth. You got to
Yes.
Oh,
promise
thank
me
you
that.
so much,
Okay.
Yes.
guys. Oh my
Okay.
God, it
Wonderful.
just touched my
Beautiful.
heart.
Okay, so you guys hear that? My sister, big money, big spenders here today. She's purchasing 20 bottles, and the first
Oh,
10
so
people,
sweet.
now you want them to inbox you or me? Which,
You can inbox me. It doesn't matter.
okay, you can inbox either one of us if you want a bottle, and we will get your information and send it to you. But you have to contact us, okay? All right. That's great stuff. Thank you so much for that,
Yes,
sister.
thank you, sis.
She's like, oh,
Nice.
right. Wow, I didn't expect her to do that, but that's great stuff right there.
It
Thank you
is.
so much.
Thank you so much for
So
your
we
support.
definitely
I
want to get
mean,
this out and
and
support.
another important thing too, like if we don't have support in stores, they will take your product out.
That's right.
They're watching.
Yep.
You
They
know,
are.
seriously.
So we got to get moving.
It's
Got to get moving.
crazy.
So
That's right.
with that in mind, how do we continue to help you in that respect? Do we just go and
Just purchase. Once they see
continuing to
that, yeah,
purchase?
that the orders, people like it,
Mhm.
customers are buying it, they need it in their stores. Because trust me, we sell it wholesale, they get a retail,
Right.
so
Right.
they are making money.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's not just all about you, the producer.
Okay.
They make money off of it too. So,
Okay.
but if they see the customers want it, they'll keep it on the shelf. But if they don't, they'll get rid of it. You know,
Okay.
I've actually had. I don't mean to even share all this, but like one store recently, I walked in there, they had just put it on, but then they took it off. I'm like, where's the
Oh
product?
no.
So I haven't been back to see if they put it back on shelf yet. I
Oh,
just kind of got
really?
tired, but yeah,
I'm sure
it's
that can wear on
hard.
you.
So in a case like that, would you go to the manager and say,
I have,
"I'm
but
looking for"?
they won't return phone calls or emails. So
No, I mean in the store. So
yeah,
what?
I've been to him too.
I was looking for some SMAs.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, we'll see if we can put it back," but it's just difficult.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
you have to just be persistent. And then if you have customers who are requesting, then they can't deny it.
Exactly.
If you're like asking the managers in the store, like, when are
So
you
yeah,
gonna
we
get
need
this
to get in the
back?
store.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you encounter that again, you need to call her.
Okay.
And then
I
we'll
will.
get the people together and we'll go in there.
Okay.
I mean, what I'm saying,
I will.
over time and
Definitely.
say, hey, you know what? I'm looking
For
for some
sure.
SMAs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see if
I mean,
we can-
I know of some
It's
people on
okay.
Facebook who they live by your dresses and
Oh,
marinades.
thank you.
That we can definitely get the word out for sure,
Thank
because we want you
you.
to continue to be successful in that respect. So you guys
Thank
go
you,
into your
guys.
local Mariano's, Whole Foods, and purchase the items.
If you don't see it, please
Yeah.
request it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you see or if you purchase the last bottle, you make sure you you say something. Say something. They say if you see something, say something.
Right.
We're gonna use,
In this
we're
case,
gonna
if you
use that
don't,
motto.
exactly.
Right. Exactly. That's good stuff. That's good.
And just so they know, Annette, that it's in the refrigerated produce section of the stores, not on the
Yes.
shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, because I was walking around in Whole Foods and I was like, I know that they have it over here. I just know it. And I
Right.
was
People
looking,
say,
I'm
"I
looking
didn't
in the
see
cellar,
it."
and then I was like, wait a minute. And then it hit me,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
went straight up to the refrigerated
Mhm.
section, and I'm like, here it is, yay, team! I was so excited to finally find it.
Yeah. People say, I don't see it here. It's not
Right.
there.
Like, did they take it out of here? You get all upset and stuff, and it's over in the refrigerated section.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, great. So there is more than one Whole Foods, because the one I was at
Yeah.
was, oh my God, Orland. I think that was in
Yeah,
Orland.
it's
Yes.
in the Orland location, South Loop, Hyde Park,
Mhm.
Inglewood, Lakeview store,
Okay.
and you said Orland, right? I think those
Yes.
are the only. Oh, Willowbrook.
Okay.
Yeah, Willowbrook.
What
Whole
about Westchester?
Foods.
No.
Westchester Mariano's.
Okay,
It was in
gotcha.
Westchester's Mariano's.
So that's right up here.
Yeah.
From what's it, Manheim?
Right. It wasn't doing really well in there,
Oof.
so let me
Okay.
know if y'all don't see it.
Okay.
We're not far from
Yeah.
that, so maybe we should
Yeah.
slide by there after the show to get to
Yeah.
see if it's
Great idea.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
so and the other Mariano's.
Oh yeah, Bronzeville store. There's one West Loop.
Mm-hmm.
There's one Orland,
Mhm.
Frankfurt, Naperville, Shorewood. I think. Yeah, Aurora, Wheaton. And I think those are the only Mariano
Yeah,
stores.
okay.
There's one on
Only.
49th and Ashland. I think they call it
Okay.
Riverside or
There's
something
also
like
one
that.
that's west
Oh,
of Lincoln
95th.
Park.
Lincoln Park?
Yes, it's literally on Ashland Avenue between
Ashland.
Is that the big one?
Armitage. And, yeah, that's the big
Okay,
one.
I don't think we're in that one.
Okay.
No, but we're in the West Loop, kind of like, I think it's Ashland and somewhere over there, West Loop.
Okay.
Okay.
And 95th Street, Evergreen, Whole Foods, and Mariano's.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great
Yeah.
locations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great locations to having people go in there. Oh, this is good stuff. You've given us so much on today. Now, I know we already talked, and we just talked about the different locations where the stores are that you are. But were those your ideal stores to get into?
Mariano's and
what
Whole Foods?
is
They
your ideal
were. They
store?
were. I mean, like Whole Foods, back before Amazon bought them, they were just kind of like, the epitome of the, grocery stores, So when they came to Inglewood, everybody wanted to get into Whole Foods. It was just like a big deal. Everybody wanted to get in, it's Whole Foods, So they were looking for people who had products. So that was a big thing. And once you get in there, and a lot of the stores are, Whole Foods, they hear that name, and they're like, okay, that's kind of like your resume with a product.
Right. Exactly. That's right.
So it made it a little easier, I think, for other people to listen to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good.
And like, I didn't know that Jewel and Mariano's were like this too. Like, if you want to get in, if Jewel's fighting out your Mariano's, they're like competitors.
Competition.
So.
There you
But
go.
we'll see. I'm still trying to get in Jewel. So.
Wonderful.
It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a lot of stuff you learn on that aspect once you get a product that you're trying to get.
Not easy.
Any plans for expansion beyond the state of Illinois?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah. I just finished a course, and it was by Walgreens, and so I'm in their preliminary process now.
Gotcha.
Because every day millions of people go to Walgreens for their heart disease medications and blood pressure. So by being a heart healthy dressing and marinade, that may be a good place for them to pick it up.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I mean, and Walgreens has 10,000 stores. I'm not trying to do 10,000 stores, but yeah,
we'll take it.
So,
yes, we will. That's how the Lord is leading you. Get it out.
Wow, it's like unimaginable.
Right. Yeah.
But it'll be a whole different ball game at that point. You know, like as far as distributors and all that stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Awesome.
Well, you almost
guys.
asked the question. I was trying to see where would you see Essie Marie's in maybe 10 years, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. I would like for it to be a household brand. I always question myself, like, now I love me some Heinz ketchup, and it's been in my pantry for years. I mean, literally, I have to have my ketchup. I always say sometimes, like, I wonder if I'll ever. I said, could I possibly be a Heinz or Hellman's?
Sure you could.
I say that in my mind, and I'm like, I can't even think of one of our brands that is, you know. But it's time.
Yep.
It's time.
There you go.
It's beyond time.
Yeah, it's time to have our own products in our own pantries too, as well as Heinz and Hellman.
Yes.
I just think that, we deserve a place.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. We're going to do what we can to help you get there. How about that, guys? We're going to do what we can to help her get there.
Thank you,
Go out and purchase. Go on the website, smaries.com. Purchase these added accents. And I keep looking at that salad over there to you. You need to consume these items. How about that? No, but again, I just thank you. I don't know if there's anything else. No. I'm sorry. Let me ask you this question. You're and I've heard this throughout today's session. Helping others is key for you. How can we or maybe I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Maybe you can kind of give us a summary of how you can relate your product or even what your passion is into talking about the psychological and spiritual aspect. How does it how could it relate? What you've created, what you do.
Okay, in a psychological spiritual aspect?
And or spiritual aspect.
Spiritually, I just I do believe my mom has been with me through this process. I do believe that, she's gone in the presence, but spiritually she's with me and led me through. So, spiritually that this product is definitely driven by her spirit. You know, I never expected to be doing salad dressings and marinades. That's all I can say. Seriously.
I understand.
I can do a million
Right.
things, but never thought I'll be doing that.
Right.
You know.
Definitely. I hear you.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's
Cool.
good stuff. Gwen, did you have anything else that you want to ask? Or
No.
I was just asking a lot of questions today.
I think I've asked
Yeah,
enough
good.
today, but it's been just
Yeah.
wonderful
Thank you,
being able to pick your
Gwen.
brain. Thank you so much for being
absolutely.
forthcoming.
For
We
sure.
appreciate that.
I mean, we have to lay the groundwork for others. You know, I mean, I'm
Amen.
just saying, like, I'm not gonna be the
Amen.
only one, and hopefully there are others to come. You
Right,
know,
exactly.
so there are other people I know that have products. You know,
That's right.
so
And it may not be this specifically, but
right,
you know,
absolutely,
it could be, you know, something to
definitely,
follow, a blueprint, a
absolutely,
template.
yes,
Somebody could, yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So you know, there's enough room for everyone.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
And you're passing this on to your family, to your children.
I
You have
plan
children?
to. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I have 2, 5 and 6.
Oh, you're
Wow.
babies.
Yeah, they are babies.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the journey.
So they're like, you didn't see me there. Oh, forget. Let me get that thing. Girl.
Enjoy
You get home
it.
from work, that's another job, you know. So
Yes,
it's
it is.
crazy.
I can
Yeah,
imagine.
it's
Yeah.
it's heavy.
Well, it's definitely a legacy that you have to continue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they'll appreciate that too.
Oh, they're going around the house now. Tutti Frutti, Essie Marie. They are so funny.
That's beautiful.
They are so funny.
And it's exciting. It's exciting
It is.
for
Yeah.
them to grow up knowing that, and now it truly is in their bloodline.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, that entrepreneurial spirit, and they may
Thanks,
take this
Gwen.
mantle, they may take another one, but
Yeah.
just enjoy it, and you know,
Thank
we
you
just
so
instill as much as we
much.
can in them,
Thank
but
you,
enjoy it while it's
guys.
happening.
Yeah. I'm
Because you know
trying
what?
to.
Tomorrow they'll be
Oh, boy.
25 and 26.
Oh, that's what we hear.
That is the truth. It
Talking
happens.
about
It's
college
cliche,
and wedding dresses,
but it
and
happens
stuff.
so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Right, you went all the way there.
I know.
Did they happen to be inspiration for some of the titles of your?
No, just the Tutti Frutti is inspiration from my childhood nickname. Tootie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it pairs really well with fruit-based dressings. Well,
Okay.
fruit-based salads, like
Gotcha.
with strawberries
Mhm.
and
Right.
cranberries and
Okay.
apples. So it's really
Oh,
a good
nice.
one with the nuts and the feta cheese and
Oh,
stuff
that
like
sounds
that, or
good.
mozzarella.
See, she makes me want to just go get a salad right now. She makes me want to go get a
Yeah.
salad right now. Oh, wait, we have salad right here. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do right now is to actually end the show so that we can eat.
Oh, can we try it in front of everybody?
Why,
Can we do
sure.
that?
As we're ending the show, we sure
We'll do a
can.
taste test.
We sure can. So she's gonna get it out. But as she's doing that, I again just want to thank her for her time on today.
Yes.
And you know, coming in and sharing with us and giving us what we need to actually start our own business and to not allow the no's to dissuade us. So thank you so much for that. As they're getting the food ready. They're getting ready for me too. Okay. Gwen, thank you for your time here on today, for
Absolutely.
coming in and co-hosting with me and asking the 50 questions.
Great questions, though. Oh my God. I can't wait to find out what Gwen does.
Right. I know, right? We should interview
has
her.
some questions.
Definitely.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
As we're preparing to exit, Dr. Hill will be here next week for our monthly health. That is the fourth Wednesday, right? Yeah, for our monthly health segment. We should probably had her here today talking about this food, huh?
That's
But,
the basil one, the basil balsamic one. You can
Ooh,
use it on the
it's
salmon.
Is it okay?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
It smells so good, guys. And I'm trying to be nice.
Oh.
I'm going to wait until we wrap it up. I know.
Mm.
Look,
Try
my
this one,
producer
Gwen.
is
That's your Tutti
hilarious.
Frutti.
I'm not going to
Okay.
tell you what she just
Put your
did today.
strawberries in
But
there.
thanks to Earl Winfrey, the owner of Intellectual Radio, and my producer for today, Wanda B. She did a great job. So thank you so much for your time on today. Wanda is her name. Wanda B. Wanda B.
I didn't put the
Sorry.
dressings on it at home because this is the Tutti Frutti.
All right, wonderful. So if you're interested, go to my website, you know what I'm saying? Or you can just look at my Facebook Live feed and, because I'm going to partake in this and I'm going to get off of here.
She put her foot in
Make
this.
sure you follow us, okay? I'm about to, she came to get caught in the net, and I'm about to get caught in Essie Marie's right here. So until next time,
Excellent.
I want you to stop and take some time to soar and get caught up with Annette. Take care.
Oh my
Thank you. Bye,
God.
everybody.
Spring brings strawberries, cranberries, almonds, and this
And that's the dressing.
is
Yeah.
the bomb.
Wanda, did you get some? You got yours
Here's a
over there?
napkin for you. Quick.
Oh,
You're
wow.
welcome.
Oh, wow.
Get caught in a net with ANet. It's your intellectual radio show. Here to